Let's talk about it. Come on and shout it. I talk, you talk, we talk. Women talk life. It ain't no surprise. Baby, you could see if you would open up your eyes. You won't understand if you can't open up your mind. So let's stop wasting time when women talk live.
Welcome to another episode of Women's Talk Live Overnights. I'm your girl, April J.
I'm your girl, SassyScribe.
Hey,
What's
KL,
up, man?
she may be somewhere in the car somewhere.
Yes,
Hopefully
Elle was our busy sister on the grind, y'all. I'm telling you. Whenever
so
you run, get the
hopefully,
popping.
right. So hopefully she'll join us a little bit later, or if not, hey, listen, we'll see her on the next go round. All right. So today we are talking about beyond the hashtags, getting real about women's health. I think that is a big thing right now. A lot of things are out there, especially with social media, about certain myths when it comes to women's health. I think the biggest thing that I see out there is these different liquids, creams, little
Suppositories.
just the uh little gummy things or whatever for when it comes to menopause, when it comes to enhancing your butt, getting rid
Your
of that
breast
puff,
firmer.
the
Getting
breast
rid of all of
firmer.
this.
Yeah,
Your
it's so
face
many different
firmer.
things. Yeah, and it's like you're getting a lot of women are getting these things thinking that okay, it's going to enhance this, enhance that. And I wish that somebody would actually use it and just be like, okay, like the butt thing. They have some liquid, you put 5 drops or whatever underneath your tongue. I saw this on Facebook or whatever, and it's supposed to enhance your curves, supposed to give you a bigger butt, overall health. So I'm like, what about just somebody just actually getting it and seeing if it works? Because you have a lot of people who comment, oh yeah, I used it, it was great, whatever. Do we know these are actually real people? I mean,
No.
do we
No.
really know? Like, does this stuff really work? How does it work? What is in these things? We really don't know. It tells you
Listen,
it's this, and that, but do we really know?
I have been guilty of falling down the Instagram, Facebook, TikTok shopping rabbit hole
Mm-hmm.
of buying stuff.
Okay.
But Sassy is not consistent with any of this shit. So
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna give you a perfect example. Oh, it'll make your yoni smell like peaches, and my
Yes,
man is going crazy.
I've
And I bought
seen
the
that
whole
one.
kit. I bought the
Oh,
whole kit. I ain't use that shit. For one thing, it's just literally it's some for the shower and some for outside of the shower, right?
okay.
Then literally is sitting in the cabinet in the bathroom because I should have read the reviews a lot more, more scrutinize them a little bit more because one, it's supposed to lighten the darkness because I'm a big girl and your thighs rub together, your legs
Yeah.
become darker on the
Mm-hmm.
inside. So I got it for that. But then it said you got to keep it on for 5 minutes. I said, so I got to take a shower, rub this on for 5 minutes, get out the shower and let this marinate because you can't get it wet, and then get back in the shower and scrub it off
What?
4 times a week.
Oh,
Now, I don't mind bathing every day because that's what I do,
yeah,
but having to stop
absolutely.
the water to get out the water to get back in the
Right, to get
water,
back. Yeah, that's a
no, that's
lot.
not going to happen. So
That's
that
a
shit is
lot.
sitting in the cabinet. So I
Yeah.
can't tell you if it worked or not. But you know what? I wonder what type of monetization could happen if we just started reviewing this stuff. Because my sister is a sucker for as seen on TV. She will buy every exercise gadget, HSN and QVC. She gets everything and doesn't use it. So I get what you're saying. And then the other one was these gummies that I'm seeing. The
Yes.
only ones that I know that actually works, the only supplement out here that I know that actually works, and this is not a paid endorsement, but I know people that use it consistently, and I've seen the results with them, is Nutrafol. If your hair is thinning, Nutrafol over time, and I think you got to take maybe 3 pills a day for like
Right.
6 to 9 months.
But they
But
expensive.
once
They
you
like
do it,
$90.
it's $90. It is expensive. It is very expensive. But my niece, whose hair has always been long, but she has a habit of, like you're playing in your hair, so it
Mm-hmm.
would break off, and she could never get this one area to grow. Not like, thanks, sis, you playing with your hair. But anyway, she couldn't get her hair to grow. Her hair is down naturally. You know how long Kim's hair is naturally.
Mm-hmm.
My niece's hair is longer than that,
Wow.
and it's thick, and she's almost 50. So our hair starts to thin, but
Right.
that Nutrafol is making it really, really thick. So
Mm-hmm.
you have to be leery about this. And the things that
Yeah.
they say in making those gummies.
Yeah, I saw the gummies where
it-
it's like you're supposed to like, oh, my man, loves to go down on me because of it. And I was just like,
it tastes like
really?
cherries. It
Yeah,
tastes
and
like
I'm
the
just like,
honey.
really? Does it really work? Like, I mean, has
Right.
anybody ever said, okay, go down and let me know how it tastes down there? I mean,
Well, what I want to know is, how many do you have to take? How long do you have to take them? Like, it's like Viagra. You got to take it what? How many hours before to
right.
make sure that he can perform? So how many hours do you have to take this? And do you have to take this every day, even when you're not having it, to retain your moisture? Or not? Because after I had my surgery, that was one of my key things was, and I think I remember talking to you privately about my concerns, and I was really, really afraid to
Yeah.
have this, because I never had a problem with that whole, I know a lot of women suffer from vaginal dryness. I've never had it. So in my mind, it's like, oh my God, what am I gonna do? What am I
Yeah.
gonna do? But I was recently reassured I have nothing to worry about.
Okay. Good. Good. But one thing I can say, because I am premenopausal,
Mhm.
um the stuff that I think it was Dr. Jackie was endorsing, you could get the pill, it's a powder, you can put in like water or whatever, shake it up. That actually helps with a lot of the symptoms. And this is just me personally, because
Mhm.
like you, like I was afraid of a lot of things because I was going through this, and I would take that. And it does help with, decreasing the hot flashes, kind of keeping you like balanced, and other things. So I mean, it's like it's something. And I get the little powder and I just pour it in my water and shake it up and take it and drink it.
How often? How often do
I
you
mean, you
have
could
to?
do it daily. I mean, I do it daily, and it's like you could get, it's like a pink lemonade. Like it turns your drink into like a pink
You
lemonade.
text me
And
that, and I'll send it
yeah,
to, because my girlfriends and like my oldest sister really suffers from hot flashes. I don't,
yeah,
but I might get it just to keep it on hand, because our bodies change so much
right,
as
exactly,
we get older. You never know. I could,
right.
I
And what I
did
did,
have a first hot flash.
I purposely didn't take it for a week, and I
Hmm.
did see the difference. And then
Mm.
once I start taking it, then it kind of gives you that energy. It kind of gives you, like, even if I'm not saying that it eliminates it, but it'll reduce the effects that it has on you.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
and the only reason why I tried it, because with Dr. Jackie, she's well known in the medical field and women's
She's a
health.
board certified
Exactly.
gynecologist.
So,
So
I didn't think she was going to endorse something that, is bullshit. So,
she
um,
seems genuine that she wouldn't. I could see the
right.
other ladies doing it for the money,
Hmm.
but she is genuine. Her and maybe the other doctor,
The
but
other,
she's
yeah,
genuine with it. So yeah, so I believe that. Yeah, yeah, I
yeah,
would believe that with
right.
Dr. Jackie.
All right. So we're going to get into our WTL facts of some myths that are out there for women's health, or just some statistics for you to actually know what's going on with us. 1 in 3 U.S. women will die of heart disease, yet 80% of cases can be prevented with lifestyle changes. This, with heart disease and people having heart attacks, I could be wrong, but this is just my opinion. Ever since they put out this COVID shot, it's just me. A lot of people been getting heart attacks. Like healthy people, like people that you were like, oh, how they get young, not like young, are getting heart attacks. I mean, case in point, somebody we knew that seemed very, very healthy suffered with it. So it's like.
But did they have like an underlying issue that was undetected and the COVID vaccine brought? I mean, I don't know, because
we don't
I know
know,
people.
because we don't know what the side effects were of this.
Right.
It was brought out so quickly. Like, what is it that it ties it to this? And that's why me personally, and I'm not saying anybody has to do this. This is just me personally. I said I'm not going to take it. And the only reason why I took it the second time was because I was going out of the country. I didn't have any choice.
Right.
But as of now, like, with the flu shot, I'm not going to take it.
I've never taken the flu shot. I think I took the flu shot. Let me retract that. The first time I took a flu shot was in 2016 because they were offering it at work, and I got peer pressured into it by my coworkers. I've never taken it since. Mm-hmm. Now I've just recently had to get a tetanus shot, and because I was cutting and I split my hand open when I was chopping like this, and it split my hand open. So I had to get a tetanus shot, and I still have the bump. And this was almost 2 weeks now, and the bump is still on my shoulder. So with RFK being in charge of it, and I'm not getting shit put into my body.
Yeah,
they're trying to. He's pushing a chip. I heard him say the other day that there's a chip that everybody's gonna be implanted with. Fuck what? You ain't putting shit. Yeah, chip. A chip. They want to put chips in people. But the thing of it is, April, we sit here and we as Black women, and I've been seeing a lot of videos where white people are saying now, like the light bulbs going off because pedophile president is all over Epstein's documents, and he stoked his base for 10 years to get this out there. And now he's retracting everything. The light bulb is beginning to wake up, and they're saying, listen to Black women. Black women ain't going to get no chip.
No.
I'm going to tell you that right now.
And you know how
ain't putting no chip in their babies. You ain't putting it in their dogs.
Exactly.
You ain't putting it in their mamas. Like, you ain't putting no chip in.
But you know how they're doing it? They're doing it because there are certain shots that people get every year. Yep. What's to say they're not putting that in those shots? That's why I said, nah, I don't need no flu shot. I don't need no COVID shot. Thank God.
I will say this,
Jesus,
though.
I've never had COVID. So, I mean, and I haven't had the flu in years. Last time I had the flu, I got the flu shot.
I would get that shingle shot, though, because I done had too many people our age get shingles.
Single shot, yes. I'm at an age.
And make sure you get both of them, because I've seen people in so much devastating pain having gotten the shingles. So
I had an aunt who had shingles, and it was painful. It turned her face real dark. Like her skin got really dark. So I'm with you on that one. All right. So another one is only 10% of women have their water break before labor. Contractions, not water breaking, are the key sign. So I have with my oldest daughter, because it took me a week. I was in labor for a whole week.
Shit, I never would have had a second. Right. A week? Are you kidding me?
A week.
Shit,
and they had to literally like break my water. They had to. I mean,
woo!
I mean the little what you call it? I forgot what you call it, but I mean, they literally had to in order for me to go into labor and have her, because my doctor told me, he said, we were giving you an hour. if you did not go into labor, and I mean, I was going through the labor pains because, like, they gave me the epidural. It wore off an hour before I had her.
Oh my God.
And they were telling me, if if you don't go into labor or whatever, we're going to have to give you a C-section. I was terrified because I did not want a C-section.
Okay.
And finally, that last hour, that's when I was in excruciating pain. I mean, I couldn't cry. I couldn't do nothing. I
Ooh.
just sat
Ooh.
there and was just like, and just really just took it.
Ooh.
And, she ended up, I ended up, having her, but with my second daughter, bam, overnight, I was in labor 24 hours and she came. So,
Wow.
and when she came
Wow.
out, she she cried like half a second and then looked around like, okay.
I'm over this already.
Right.
But every woman I noticed said they had their water broken said it was the worst, most excruciating pain that they've ever experienced. And then when their water broke naturally, as opposed to their water breaking naturally, because Sassy don't have no kids, y'all. So I'm just listening.
Yeah,
I'm just participating in this
right,
conversation.
yeah. So I mean, with my second, I didn't go through that. So
Okay.
only thing I went through is when she came out, my uterus came out with her, and I immediately like couldn't breathe. They had to like rush and like take her. And like at the time, my mom and my ex-husband's in the room and they're like sitting there like panicking. I can't breathe. I'm sitting there, so they're like pushing them out the way. And I had they like putting like breathing tubes and everything.
Right.
And then he's like, the guys just see him like pushing, but and I'm like, and I'm sitting there like, what? I don't know what's going on. All I could think about is my baby okay? Because I couldn't hear her, and was like, I was more
They
terrified
were putting your
of
coochie
her.
back together.
Yeah, and I'm like, what the hell? So he told me, like, after they got me settled and everything, and he told me, he said to me, he said, I do not recommend you having any more kids. He said, because if you do, you're not going to be able to carry them to term because of that happening. He was just like, you can't. He said, I just don't recommend it. He said, because you will basically be, because I was on bed rest with my youngest once I got to 5 months, and then I had to be on semi bed rest. I couldn't work. I couldn't do really too much of anything. And he told me, he said, you will not be able to carry a baby to term, if you get pregnant again. So at that point I was like, he said 9 times out of 10, you will have a miscarriage. And I was just like,
ass didn't listen.
So after that, I was just like, okay. And, once my kids became a certain age, I was just like, I don't even want no more kids anyway. So, I was
This was
like,
did he tell you that after you had the first one or after you had
no,
Autumn?
after I had the second one.
So after
My
you had
youngest
Autumn.
daughter.
Okay, I was
Yeah,
curious.
after my youngest daughter. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's why I
Because
said you didn't listen, but he said it after your
he
second
said
baby.
after her, because that incident happened, like, with her.
Oh, okay, with her.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
My
oldest, no, I
Diane.
didn't have any of those issues. It just took me a week.
Is that what they call like uterine prolapse?
Something like that. He was just like the
Just the uterus itself came out.
Yeah, it's like it said, it's stretched. So when she came out, that was why it came with her.
Woo.
And luckily I didn't have to have surgery. They were able to immediately push it back in. And then that's when he told me, he was just like, he said, you really wouldn't be able to carry any more kids. So after that, I was just like, okay, well, I can't have any more kids. And so to ensure that, I just went, and when I went to have my tubes tied, he asked me, he said, you can have one or two things. You can have them tied, or we can snip them and burn them. I said, whichever is permanent at this point.
Whichever is permanent.
Whatever is permanent.
Because tubes can come untied. There's a whole lot of oops
so
babies out
I
here.
said, if you got to snip and burn, snip and burn them motherfuckers because I ain't ever having no more kids.
you
So he just
know,
laughing.
you know
Yeah.
how many oops babies out here?
Right,
Friends
exactly.
in their 40s and whatnot having babies after they got 28 and 30-year-old kids was like, wait a minute, what?
Mm-hmm. Yep. Yep.
And
Yep.
I said, God forgive me. Y'all probably would never even have known that. And when I get but seriously, because I know a lot of people that had children late.
Mm-hmm.
And for some women, I know it was a power move, sorry, to
Mm-hmm.
try and keep that man, and he left
Right.
anyway.
Yeah,
And
pretty
then for
much.
some, it was just that natural inclination of wanting to be a mom by any
Mm-hmm.
means necessary. So if
Yeah.
that means he was going to leave, he was
Right.
going to leave. And I know plenty of women like that that are absolutely thriving. It may have been a struggle at first, but now they are thriving
Yeah.
with their children,
Right.
one or two that they've had deliberately, some on their own. Like he was literally a sperm donor, not even understanding it and not
Pretty
even
much.
knowing it.
Right.
But I said to one, I was like, I don't know whether to say congratulations or I'm sorry. Like, what? And now she's, got all of these things that she's doing because their children are babies. And everybody else says, I need to get a babysitter. That's why we don't call you. I mean, seriously, we
Yeah.
we understand that you have a different dynamic than us. It's not that we
Exactly.
don't love you. We'll get together and go over her house and bring some wine and stuff and snacks because we know how difficult it is for
To
you to get a
get
sitter.
right. Exactly.
But you can't
Yeah.
get invited to everything. But
Right.
that next statistic I want to talk about because I know a lot of women our age that have never had one.
Oh yeah. So over 50% of women over 40 have dense breast tissue, which may obscure mammograms findings.
Mhm.
Um.
I'm
Yeah.
one of those people.
I
I'm
mean,
one of
it,
those
it is
people, and it comes
uncomfortable.
up as calcium deposits.
Yeah. I mean, I remember probably about a few years ago, I had a mammogram and they were like, "Oh, we see a little something." And I'm like, "You see what? What do you mean you see something?" So, I had to have a biopsy done.
Hmm.
And come to find out it was benign, but they still clipped it. So next time I had a mammogram, they would show that, I've already had it tested and
Hmm.
everything. But a lot of women are afraid to go, whether because they think it's uncomfortable or if there's anything going on they don't want to know about. That I think that is a I think we're better than what we were.
Right.
But a lot of times women will not go and get those mammograms, which is very important. There's a lot of women that don't examine their own breasts. Like
No.
the most important thing you need to do, especially after you have your cycle. Yes, go in the
Hmm.
shower, feel if you feel something, then
Lay on the couch, do whatever, but you got to
exactly.
test it.
And a lot of women, some women don't even know. Now, now, luckily, like I had the doctor that I have, been seeing her since I was 12, 13 years old. And she showed me, even as I got a teenager, how to check
Hmm.
myself. Because she was just
Hmm.
like, you're not exempt. There are younger people that do get breast cancer. So she was like, this is how you examine yourself. And I was like, oh, okay. So, and she even showed me, like, she had one of these little things
Hmm.
and
The
showed me
silicone, the
the
little,
silicone and
yeah.
like had me feel. And she said, this is, you feel that lump? She said, yeah. She said, if you ever feel anything like that, that's the moment to contact your doctor so you can get tested, get
Hmm.
mammograms and everything. So,
And
yeah, a
and
lot
you
of
know
women.
what else? I'm sorry.
No, no, go ahead.
What else I found out about this whole mammogram thing is that men get breast cancer too. And
Yeah.
that was an eye opener for me
Hmm.
that I didn't realize that men who had a direct, like their mom, that they should get tested. I don't know how often, but they should. And that was like an eye opener for me because I never thought about a man getting breast cancer, even though I mean he has packs and whatnot, but they're still in the breast area. So you
Exactly.
don't
I
You're
mean,
not gonna get
you
off
have
on
men
me
who
because
have
they're gonna think
breasts.
I'm fondling myself.
Yeah,
This
no,
is just
I
an
mean,
example. Like,
yeah, and like I said, you have men who actually have breasts. So,
right. We call them middies.
all right. So, I want to kind of get into some of the key
I'm
myths and
sorry.
facts.
Okay.
A myth: heart disease is mainly a man's problem. Fact: heart disease is the leading cause of death for women, responsible for 1 in 5 female deaths in the US, more
Mhm.
than all forms of cancer combined. Risk factors like diabetes, obesity, high blood pressure escalates this danger, and the risk between women 40, 50, and women 40 and 50s, not 60s.
Wow. I
Yeah,
wonder why not 60.
that's interesting. When I saw that, I was like, that's interesting.
Mm.
And another one I want to kind of talk about too is a myth: pap smears check for all sexually transmitted infections, STIs. Fact: pap smears detect cervical changes, not STIs. Many
Right.
STIs, including chlamydia, the silent infection prevalent in women under 25, often show no symptoms, making regular testing vital. Women, if you want to know if you have a sexually transmitted disease, get your blood tested. Go get blood. Go get tested. They have to actually take blood out of your arm, and they have to take it to a lab, and then they have to test you. That's how you know whether or not you have a sexually transmitted disease. I get my blood tested every 2 years. That's just me. Because
Right.
I have been burned before.
I have
I've been
not.
burned before in my marriage. So, my thing is, I want to make sure I am good. I don't care what the circumstances. I want to make sure I'm good. Hey, listen, we're being transparent here. I will
But
be as
I'm saying
transparent
is
as I
this:
can.
I can't fathom my husband giving me something. He better sleep with one eye open.
He did.
The way I would, girl, I can't
He
even
did.
say what I would do on here. But my mama said, I ain't even gonna say what my mama said. Like, I'm just saying, sleep with one eye open, bro.
Oh, trust. It was,
Or do I need to clean out the bank account? One of the two. Something gonna happen.
it was definitely one of those moments where,
I
growing
know
up,
you.
I had a very, very bad temper.
Yes,
It
you did.
took me a while to really calm myself, because Lord knows
I
I
can't
just
imagine.
fathomed in my mind how I was going to take him up out of here. I really did.
Oh God.
So, but that just goes to and I'm not saying this is for all women, so women,
Right.
please don't send me no type of crap. I don't,
Nasty
because
gram.
at this point I don't give a shit. It's done, it's over, I'm divorced. But whether you are in a relationship, married, non-relationship, single, at the very least, get tested.
Get
If it's
tested.
once a year, twice a year, if you get it
Hmm.
at the same, because my doctor, my GYN, he asks me every time I go and get my pap smear, do you want to get tested?
Yeah.
And I'm like, yes, let me go ahead and get tested. Just for the simple fact that I want a peace of mind of knowing that I'm okay. If there's something going on with me, I want to be the first to know.
When I'm sexually active with anybody, but when I'm like regularly active, I do it twice a year because I
Mm-hmm.
don't know what the fuck they doing. I know what I'm doing,
Mm-hmm.
but I don't know what they doing. So I know if anything happened, I know who I can go to. I don't
Mm-hmm.
need to. I don't need to check 2 or 3 people. I
Right.
got one source,
Right.
one point
Right.
of contact that I can go to. Now, how many people they gonna have to contact? I don't know, but I'm gonna contact you that one and only time, and we will never see each other again.
Yeah. Pretty
We
much.
will never see each other again. I probably won't even like. Yeah, we would never see each other again. And
Mm-mm.
any way that we're connected, I'm gonna disconnect.
Right.
I know me. Now, years ago, I probably would have had a different mindset because I was a different person back then. But now, what?
Yeah.
As peaceful as it is around here,
Right. Yeah.
not gonna happen.
Yeah.
Not gonna do
Yeah.
it. Not gonna
That's
happen.
one thing I can say.
Not gonna
I
happen.
don't. It's no way in this earth that
Mm-mm.
I'm gonna allow anybody to disrupt
Mm-mm.
me being
The
in my
peace.
peaceful.
You no, not at all. Not at
And
all.
and that kind of brings us into our mental health stigmas. 1 in 5 women in the US will experience a mental disorder in their lifetime. Depression and anxiety are 2 to 3 times more prevalent in women than men. So, but a
And
lot of times,
depression comes up in different ways too. I mean,
right,
and some people are functionally depressed and don't even know it. And I have these conversations with my own therapist, and the people don't know it. And you have people that are clinically depressed to the
hmm,
point where they can't even get out of bed, they can't shower, they don't want to
right,
eat, they don't want to do anything. That's why you see so many of these drug commercials on TV for all of these people suffering from clinical depression, bipolar
right,
disorders, and all of these different mental health things. And even that, if they're taking this one medicine, may not help, then you got to add another medicine to
right.
it to get it together. So,
And
and,
that's
and,
a,
and in our community,
oh yeah, and that was what I was gonna say. Women of color face even greater stigma, increasing their risk of suffering in silence. A lot of
mhm,
us do suffer in silence.
mhm,
Case in point,
I've been there.
like I was a functional depressed person, didn't realize that I was, because I was
I saw it.
continuing to go. I was continuing to just kind of deal with it. And then once I actually did go and get help and sit down and talk to somebody who had nothing to do, like a professional, as I talked, I realized, and they even brought to my attention, you're a functioning, I never will forget it. The guy told me, you're a functioning depressed person. He was like, you're still functioning, but you're in a depressed state, but you're still functioning. So he said you're basically dealing with it in silence,
Mhm,
but you're not showing it to anyone else. He said it
mhm.
may come out in certain ways, people who really kind of know you, because even like my mom, she was just like, I knew something was off with you.
I did
But
too. The
it's
weight you
like,
were
yeah.
losing, the way your hair was, thinning and whatnot, you could see it. And she already a buck 05, y'all, so she couldn't afford to lose any weight whatsoever. She was pale, and she already a lighter shade of pale. You see what I'm saying? So I knew something was wrong, but it wasn't
Right.
my business to say anything. She came to me, and that's when I told her. But it was a very sad thing to see. 'Cause I was
Yeah.
ready to fight. And I don't know how to fight. I don't know how to fight. But I know that April is a very strong woman, a very determined woman who perseveres. So I knew something was going on, you
Yeah.
know?
Yeah. And,
So,
and it's a lot of women out here that are like that.
hmm
They're functioning
hmm
in depression. And I think as Black women, we have learned to do that, because we have learned to take on a whole bunch of stuff, because we have so many people depending on us. We've
hmm
had to take on just every and anything and just kind of deal with it. And it goes so beyond us
hmm
today. It goes even so far back as slavery, or even further back. A lot of women had to deal and put up with so much, and had to still function, because you had people, you had family, you had children, you may have had spouses, you may have had
hmm your
parents
parents,
or whatever,
you,
just
you
anybody
had
that's
everything.
depending on you. So in those things, I learned that you had to really kind of take note of your profession, of your mental health, because if you
hmm
don't, it could cripple you. At some point, it's gonna come out.
It can kill you,
Yeah, it
literally,
can. It
because
can,
it's the
because it can
stress
lead
on
to,
your heart and on your
yeah, your
body.
heart.
It'll
You could,
literally
I
kill
mean, you
you.
can get high blood pressure. You can have stroke. You can have a heart attack. All of these factors, as they build up over time,
hmm
stress will take you out of here. That's why
It
I don't
will.
let nothing stress me no more. I'm like,
You can't.
if
You
I can't,
can't. They were like, Sassy, don't. You ask Sassy a question. She was like, I don't know. I don't ask questions anymore.
I
just
don't either.
I
I'm like,
don't. I can't.
yeah,
I can't get involved with drama. I remember when I first moved into my house. I moved in after a breakup, after a contract with zero money and no job. When I moved in here, trying to figure everything out, I
right,
smiled through all of that. It was
right.
plenty of nights I sat in here crying, and then I was dating somebody that I didn't realize that was really my op,
Mm-hmm.
and that they were in competition with me, but I also didn't pay attention to that person's negative energy.
Yeah,
So when we stopped seeing each other, I could still feel that negativity. I mean,
exactly.
the negativity in here was like knee deep.
Right,
I could literally feel it, and I had to sage
mm,
my house.
right.
And I'm not religious, I'm spiritual, but I literally open up these windows and open up these doors to sage that negative energy, and two yoni steams.
Oh,
Two
girl,
yoni
them yoni
steams.
steams are, dude, they God sense.
Yes, and
They can
two
get rid of
yoni
some
steams
folks.
to get rid of that spirit that was not
Yeah,
only still lingering inside of me, his
exactly.
essence,
Right.
but the negativity that was around. And I know people gonna say Sassy's crazy, but
No,
after
that's
that, I mean,
true.
because I wasn't calling my best friend, my girl, right?
Hmm.
She was like, "You don't call me no more. You don't do this." I'm just in here laying on the couch, just watching TV, not even understanding
What was going
what
on?
was going on.
Yeah,
And I was like,
yeah,
"Let me go talk to this therapist."
right.
And I was even reluctant to do that. But
Yeah,
yeah, we
yeah,
need to do it. We need to do it because we can't do it by ourselves.
that's true.
That's the strength of strong people,
Right, that's true.
smiling through the pain.
Hmm.
And everybody thinks we're good, and there's really nobody here to check for us.
Exactly. Yep.
Yeah. So
All right. Oh man,
whew,
it's 30 minutes. Oh well, way
it,
over
it
30
does
minutes.
it does
But
go past.
um, so let's real quick go into our last week's poll.
Okay.
Do you think having another political party will make a difference? So far, 37% say yes.
Hmm.
That's a fair amount of folks.
That's a
Fair
fair
amount of
amount of
folks.
folks. I mean, it's about the same amount of folks that voted for the idiot.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
So that tracks.
All right.
Like,
So,
okay.
in this week's poll, we're saying, what is the biggest myth you have had about women's health? The biggest myth, regardless of what it is. Tell us about it.
Ooh.
Let us know what you think. All right.
All right.
So, for our final thought of the day,
Okay.
men will never understand how joyful it makes us to unsnap that bra, whip it across our shirt sleeve, and fling it across the room. Oh, the joy.
Which is why I believe they were invented by men, because some of them are contraptions. Now, I do wear very beautiful ones, but
Yes,
they are contraptions.
exactly.
Oh
Sometimes
my
I
God.
don't,
I don't
I
even wait to
just,
get home. I'll be in the car and
yeah,
mine snap in the front. So I just be like,
girl,
clip and come right out of them.
don't want you. I said, y'all just don't want to
It's
get,
just
y'all
like, let them
understand. Y'all
fly,
understand.
let
So,
them fly.
yep, and fling them. There you go. All right, y'all.
Oh my
This
God.
is Women's Talk Live Overnight with your girl, April J.
I'm your girl, SassyScribe.
And for Kale Boogie, who hopefully
We're
will
going
join us next time. She probably got a whole
yeah,
bunch of stuff going on.
we'll
But
see y'all in a week.
yeah, yeah. All right, y'all. We see y'all next time.
Peace.
Women talk live.